Hi there, this is Lynette Chandler, and I'm back for another tutorial. This time I want to show you how to remove a background image from PowerPoint or within PowerPoint. So let's jump right into it. So first thing here is I'm on a Mac, but I do have Windows installed through Parallels. As you see here, I have PowerPoint open and I need to have an image. So just for this purpose, I am going to insert an image from Pexels. And you can get this add-on from the Microsoft add-in store. And when you want to remove background images, the thing is you want to choose images that have either a solid background, a white background, or a more consistent background. So wood grain backgrounds, they're okay, but your mileage may vary because PowerPoint's background removal feature is not all that great, and I'll show you how. So let's find a background image, or rather an image for us to remove a background from. Let's try solid background image, something like that. Let's see if we can find something that's usable here. I don't want an image like this where the item we want to cut out is similar to the background image. Ideally, it is not. Let's see, usually we will have, or let's try this, coffee. That's pretty popular. Okay, let's try something that's a little easier. Okay, I think that one maybe. So let's do that. So this I'm a little unsure of because the background is grainy, but we'll give it a shot. So once you insert the image that you want to remove the background of, we select the image and go to design. Typically what I'll do is I'll go to picture format. Right, that's where it is. And then we go to remove background image. Now what it's going to do is it's going to try to automatically, or rather it has at this point because it's a pretty fast process, it had tried to automatically detect the background image. So anything that is red here is the item that it's going to remove. The problem is that where it has a shadow, it's a little unsure. Now, for this particular image, you would have to remove the shadow, and you don't want it like that. What you need to do here is to click this, mark areas to remove, and then just on the area that you want to remove. And it will try to grab. So right now it's pretty good. So you say keep changes. For this particular image, PowerPoint did a good job, and you can use this image as is like that. Now some images may be a little bit more difficult. For example, I think this is one of those images, but let's try something else. Pens on desk or something like that. Okay, let's try this image. This image may be a little bit more tricky for PowerPoint to do. Okay, let me expand this. Again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to select it and hit remove background. As you can see, it couldn't detect it very well, and all it detected was this little key here. So in this case, either choose a different picture because it's going to be a little bit of work. So let's say you've had time to do a little bit of work. This time, what you're going to do is you want to mark areas to keep. All right, so what we want to do here is we want to mark off this and see what it will do. Okay, it's taken quite a bit here. And then now we will continue to do this here. I'm just going to do right on the edge so that it doesn't grab too much. As you can see, it's already grabbed a little bit more than I'd like. But yeah, we'll just do a little bit at a time. This is when, if you have a drawing tablet, it will be helpful. Okay, let's select that. I think this is gonna make it a little bit too much like that. Okay, maybe not. And when you're doing background images, especially if the image has a white background, it might not be such a bad thing to have it overlap just a little bit, but let me zoom in to see. Okay, so I have a little bit of the white background image, but because it is white, and I'm probably going to use it on white, so I'm not going to bother about that too much. Now I'm not sure I want to keep this, because let's see what it can do with this. Okay, not too bad. But if it gets too difficult, I might not bother about the pins at all. As you see here, it's taken that. So I'm just going to say I'm not going to bother with the pins. I'm good without the pins. Oops. As you see, when I click outside, what it's done is it's applied the changes. So I'm going to have to redo this all over. Thankfully not. But if you're using the Mac version, you will have to redo all over. Okay, at this point, I'm not going to worry too much about this. Now I want these pins. I want to keep these pins. So let's see. It does take a little bit of work. It's not as clean, as fast, or as easy as how Canva does it. Or you can use third-party tools as well. Okay, that's done it pretty good. That's done it pretty good as well. Like that. So that's basically how you do it. And if you're not concerned about, let's say I only want that one pen, okay, and the keyboard, I'll just keep changes. And now I have this. Now I can remove this again. I can click remove background, and I will mark areas to remove. I don't want this clip. I don't want this clip. You don't want this. Now, because the pen is gold and it shares areas with the pen here, you will see that it has also selected some of the pen area. So you may have to redo the pen a little bit. So this is one of those things that some time to do and so on. But you get the idea. And then when you're happy with it, you just click accept changes and you're done. So on a Mac, it does the very same way. All this happens in the same manner, in the same format. However, if you are on a Mac, what I would suggest though is to not use PowerPoint at all. In fact, Mac's preview app that's included in your Mac does a good job of it. So I have an example here. Let me close my windows and close this. And I'm gonna close this window as well. Now on my Mac, I already have downloaded this image here. And I'm gonna open it with preview, which is default if you just double click it and open. Now this particular picture, for whatever reason in PowerPoint, is tricky in PowerPoint. It just doesn't do it very well. However, this only applies again if you're on a Mac. You go to preview, you open the picture, and you click this little pen icon, and you click this little like magic wand icon, and you select like that. So anything that's red, it will remove. As I slide my mouse around, it will pick up different things. So I slide my mouse too much and it will take out too much. I slide my mouse back over and then it will, keep. I think this is the best I can get without it grabbing some of the pen, as you see here. And then when I release, okay, I click delete, convert to PNG, because only PNGs can have a white transparent background. And you'll see that it's done the job pretty well, except over here, I may have to do just a little bit. So I'm going to come back and do this one here a little bit, some more, and remove that. Okay, and delete. And down here, just a little bit, I think. Okay, and delete. And I think I may have just a bit here. I'm not sure. If I don't want a shadow, I can continue to remove the shadows here, but I think I'm going to keep everything. And then you just save this image. These are the ways that you can do it. It does take a little bit of time, and that's how you do it. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. I'll catch you the next time.